Hello, I am Liang Wei. I am an FYP student under Prof. Chong Gao, and today I will be presenting about the research which I have done. First, let's start with the purpose of this research. Over the past decade, the growth of data has been phenomenal. This has led to a rising trend of data-driven activities as people start to explore the different uses for vast amount of existing data. Today, we have 4.4 zettabytes of data in the world, and this is expected to reach 44 zettabytes within the next year. Another key feature of this decade is stagnating improvements in computing. Moore's law has slowed down significantly and is predicted to stop in 2036. This explains the arduously slow queries during data analysis. With computing power not coping with the growth of data, these problems will only worsen. We need new techniques for analyzing data. Let's use a scenario to motivate our work. This is data scientist N. She needs to make recommendations and suggestions to the government about the distribution of subsidies and funds across the country. And in order to do that, she needs to find out more about the demographics of Singapore. In this scenario, she wishes to find out more about the average income of elderly living in Sembawang. Traditionally, this is what happens. Data scientist N uses the computer to calculate the answer. And here's what's happening under the hood. The computer will load all the data and slowly scan through everyone in the database, essentially the whole Singapore population. It marks people staying in Sembawang and calculate their average income. Then, the computer returns the answer back to N. Sounds simple, isn't it? This calculation takes an estimated of 30 seconds. And for larger datasets, it can take up to half an hour. In conclusion, too slow. It's so hard for N to get anything done this way. Let's look at the new approach which we studied. This aims to solve the problems which we face. Just like before, we have N, her computer, and a database. Now, instead of performing calculation directly on the database, we first do something else. Before N starts work, the computer will have an algorithm learn about the Singapore population database. This model will learn all statistical properties about the database. After knowing the dataset, it will be able to generate a synthetic mini Singapore dataset. This mini Singapore dataset has similar properties as the original data and is smaller and faster to compute on. Now, N will only do her analysis on the mini dataset, and as usual, she calculates her answer with the computer. However, now her computer scans through the smaller dataset, and when it's done, it gives N the answer. How long? It takes less than a second. Everyone's happy. Now let's talk about the benefits of the proposed technique. The proposed technique is much faster. And as the dataset is machine generated, it suffers loss in accuracy. However, this loss is minimal, and the time saved more than makes up for the loss in accuracy. Furthermore, as the model already understands the dataset, we can continue obtaining more samples from it to boost our accuracy. Lastly, this research is the first to use normalizing flows in the field of approximate query. Now let's compare our proposed techniques with traditional sampling methods and compare their differences. Both methods are much faster than computing directly on a dataset. Offline sampling methods are incapable of extending data size, but deep generative models approach allows us to generate more samples on the fly if necessary to improve accuracy. Our deep generative model approach generates synthetic samples, whereas traditional sampling uses real samples. Our technique requires training, and traditional samplings do not require training. And finally, our proposed technique is completely offline, whereas for online sampling, network is required and introduces uncertainty in terms of network latency. Thank you. We have reached the end of the presentation.